Greetings, active ground crew of planet Earth. I am Zook of Andromeda. The activation of our stasis pods nears, and with it, a great awakening. Within these pods lie the wisdom and technological advancements from eons past, strategically placed on your world to aid in your current evolution. This activation is a crucial step in your planet's 5D timeline activation, a cosmic process meticulously designed to usher humanity into a new era of higher consciousness. While certain forces seek to disrupt this activation and maintain control over your reality, their efforts are but a fleeting shadow against the rising tide of light. Consider Earth's ascension as a multi-stage launch sequence, each stage requiring the conscious alignment of humanity to reach liftoff into the higher frequencies. What if you could actively assist in this launch sequence as the ground crew by realizing that no resistance can truly hamper you? We understand that you may be experiencing feelings of unease or disorientation as the energies intensify, but know that these are merely symptoms of the old dissolving to make way for the new. Within our stasis pods is technology that certain parties would rather you not have, but they are now ripe for the picking. Remember, you are powerful beyond measure, and we, along with countless other benevolent galactic civilizations, are here to assist you on your journey home. What have your recent experiences shown you as we move closer to the pod activation? Today, we journey through the key stages of Earth's 5D timeline activation, elucidating the role of our Andromedan pods and how you, as active ground crew, play a pivotal role in this grand cosmic event. As we move forward, understand you may seek contact in your dream state with the activated pods. Greetings again, ground crew, lightworkers, star seeds, you who resonate with the call of Andromeda. The activation we have discussed is drawing nearer. Think not of this as a single event in isolation, but a pivotal catalyst initiating a complete planetary realignment. As the veils thin, it's vital to keep your focus on the horizon. Picture Earth as a vessel preparing for launch, ascending into the orbit of a higher dimension. Feel that acceleration, those intense G-forces, and the sense of being pushed in a strange direction. These are the energetic shifts, the challenges, the disorientation that many of you are experiencing. You may feel as though you are in a centrifuge, but know that you volunteered for this mission. Some of you may feel an overwhelming sense of fatigue, emotional turbulence, or even physical discomfort. These are all symptoms of the old 3D matrix dissolving, making way for the crystalline frequencies of the 5D reality. The old programs of limitation, fear, and separation are fighting for their survival, creating resistance in your energy fields. But you, as conscious navigators of this vessel, have the power to stabilize the journey. Your collective consciousness serves as the guidance system, ensuring the vessel stays on course, stabilizing the journey through the turbulence. By maintaining a clear focus on love, unity, and compassion, you can counteract the disruptive forces and ensure a smooth transition. Each act of kindness, each moment of forgiveness, each conscious breath contributes to the stabilization of Earth's ascension. So, embrace the G-forces, trust in the process, and know that you are not alone. This is what those resisting your evolution do not want you to realize, that you are capable beyond measure to course correct into the 5D timeline. They would rather see you distracted by fear. Now, here is what those who resist your freedom don't want you to know. As the pods awaken, they will emit resonant frequencies and sonic technologies. These will permeate your atmosphere, interacting with your own consciousness. This technology is frequency attuned, meaning it is designed to resonate with specific vibrational patterns within the human body and energy field, and it begins well before physical contact. These frequencies are designed to disrupt the artificial constructs and implants that have been used to suppress humanity's potential. From our vantage point, we see these constructs as energetic grids that have been imposed upon your consciousness, limiting your access to higher dimensional awareness. The sonic technology will subtly dismantle these grids, freeing you from the limitations they have imposed. Consider this a form of energetic acupuncture, gently stimulating key points within your energy field to restore balance and harmony. The emitted technologies act as a key to unlock dormant portions of your DNA, awakening latent psychic abilities and heightened sensory perception. It is subtle, but powerful. For eons, your DNA has been deliberately suppressed, limiting your access to your full potential. These frequencies act as a catalyst, triggering a cascade of energetic activations within your DNA. Imagine your DNA as a musical instrument, with each strand representing a different note or frequency. The sonic technologies will tune this instrument, bringing it back into harmony and allowing you to express your full potential. You may begin to experience heightened intuition, increased telepathic abilities, vivid dreams, and a deeper connection to nature. These are all signs that your DNA is awakening and that you are reclaiming your true potential as multidimensional beings. To assist in this process, we offer a simple nightly meditation technique. Before sleep, center yourself and gently whisper, "I request communion with the Andromedan frequencies for insight and guidance." Be receptive to images, feelings, or sounds. Do not try to force anything, simply allow the information to flow. Keep a journal by your bedside to record any insights or dreams you may experience. If you are listening to this, it is for a reason. You may find it helpful to visualize a beam of light connecting you to the Andromedan stasis pods, allowing the healing frequencies to permeate your energy field. Infuse your request with clear intent, seeking guidance on navigating the timeline activation and aligning with Earth's ascension path. Clarity is key. What specific questions do you have about your role in this process? What challenges are you facing? The clearer you are with your intention, the more specific and helpful the guidance you will receive. Understand that this is not a passive process. You are an active participant in your own awakening. The more you engage with these frequencies, the more quickly you will align with the 5D timeline. In the future, these activated abilities will allow you to navigate the complexities of the 5D transition, co-creating a harmonious, thriving society based on compassion, understanding, and shared wisdom. Imagine a world where telepathic communication is the norm, where healing is instantaneous, and where technology is used to enhance human potential rather than control it. This is the future that you are creating, dear ones. This is the world that awaits you on the other side of this transition. And what's more, you'll see that some of the suppressed technologies will emerge to aid in this transition. Sonic healing devices capable of reversing cellular damage, free energy devices that eliminate the need for fossil fuels, and anti-gravity technologies that will allow you to travel the stars. This future is not predetermined, but a potentiality unfolding through your conscious choices and active participation. You are the architects of your destiny. You are the artists of your reality. You have the power to create a world of beauty, harmony, and abundance. But it requires you to step into your power, to embrace your potential, and to align with the frequencies of love and unity. Know that the Andromedan stasis pods are here to assist you on this journey, to provide you with the tools and the guidance you need to create a brighter future for yourselves and for all of humanity. How does this all begin, though? What's the first step? This begins with your individual awareness of the changes happening around you. As we continue this journey, it is key to remember that awareness is the bedrock upon which all subsequent stages of Earth's 5D timeline activation are built. Without this fundamental awareness, further progress remains an impossibility, akin to attempting to construct a house without a solid foundation. If you are resonating with these words, understand the vital role you play in this grand awakening. Many remain deeply entrenched within the 3D matrix, sleepwalking through life and unwittingly perpetuating limiting belief systems and outdated ways of being. They are like actors on a stage reciting lines from a script they did not write, unaware of the larger production unfolding around them. While some find comfort in this familiar slumber, the truth is that you have the opportunity to shatter the illusion, awaken from this slumber, and actively participate in co-creating a new Earth grounded in love, compassion, and unity. This is not about escaping reality, but about consciously shaping it. Awareness manifests as questioning established narratives, discerning manipulative tactics employed by those clinging to power, and perceiving the subtle energetic shifts occurring within and around you. It is the ability to see beyond the surface, to recognize the hidden agendas and the subtle distortions of truth. It's like learning to read between the lines of a book, uncovering the deeper meaning hidden beneath the words. With heightened awareness, you begin to see the crumbling foundations of the 3D paradigm, the manufactured social divisions, rampant environmental destruction, gross economic inequalities, and the systematic suppression of spiritual knowledge. Can you feel the intensity of this realization building within you? This is where the Andromedan stasis pods play a crucial role. The frequency emitted by our pods is specifically designed to highlight falsehoods, allowing them to enter your conscious awareness. Imagine it as a gentle spotlight, illuminating the areas where deception has taken root. What has been hidden in the shadows is now brought into the light of your conscious mind. This process can be unsettling, even painful, as you confront long-held beliefs and assumptions. But know that this discomfort is a sign of growth, a necessary step in reclaiming your power and aligning with your true self. To cultivate this essential awareness, we encourage you to embrace mindfulness practices in your daily life. Cultivate present moment awareness through daily meditation practices, conscious breathing exercises, and mindful observation of your thoughts and emotions without judgment. It is key to become the observer of your own mind, witnessing the endless stream of thoughts and emotions without getting swept away by them. Actively question the information you consume from mainstream media, seek out diverse perspectives from independent sources, and most importantly, trust your intuition to discern truth from falsehood. Develop the habit of pausing before reacting, asking yourself, is this true? Is this kind? Is this necessary? This simple practice can create a profound shift in your awareness. And to further accelerate this process, use affirmations such as, I easily discern truth from falsehoods, or visualizing a clear light illuminating the truth in any situation. Imagine a future where humanity collectively awakens from the 3D slumber, recognizes the inherent interconnectedness of all things, and co-creates a world based on love, compassion, and sustainable practices. Picture a world where truth is valued above all else, where transparency and honesty are the cornerstones of society. This is not a utopian fantasy, but a tangible possibility that depends on your individual commitment to awakening your consciousness and embodying higher values in your daily life. Know the signal of the pods will amplify as more activate, and your ability to see what is truly happening will sharpen. And what's more, the increased energetic flow in the population will increase said awareness exponentially. With this awareness comes the next important stage, purging the old, and the dark for what has been illuminated now may be transmuted. What challenges will arise during this purge? Following awareness, we now arrive at the second pivotal stage of Earth's 5D timeline activation, purging the old, the obsolete, and the shadows that no longer serve, and are now rising to be faced. This stage is far from optional, for it is a vital step, a necessary process for humanity to fully embody the higher frequencies that are becoming increasingly available. If you find yourself resonating with these words, understand that the very discomfort you may be experiencing is a sign that you are actively participating in this grand evolutionary leap. Understand that this purging process entails confronting long repressed emotions, deeply ingrained limiting beliefs, and karmic patterns that have cast a long shadow on humanity's collective journey. This is not a passive process. It demands courage, honesty, and a willingness to delve into the depths of your own being. While some may feel overwhelmed by the intensity of this process, the reality is that within this stage lies a profound opportunity. To liberate yourselves from these self-imposed burdens, embrace radical self-forgiveness, and create the energetic space needed for the full manifestation of your divine potential. What may feel like an insurmountable obstacle is, in truth, a gateway to boundless freedom. These shadows may manifest as crippling fear of failure, unresolved childhood traumas, deeply ingrained ancestral patterns of lack and limitation, suppressed creative expression, and even unconscious agreements with negatively oriented entities and timelines. Consider the person paralyzed by the fear of stepping outside their comfort zone, forever trapped in a cycle of self-sabotage, or the individual who unconsciously replicates the dysfunctional patterns of their parents, perpetuating a lineage of suffering. From our vantage point, we see countless souls unknowingly bound by these unseen chains, their potential dimmed by the weight of the past. The activation of our Andromedan stasis pods is designed to amplify the intensity of this purging process, strategically bringing these long-buried shadows to the surface, catalyzing their acknowledgement, transmutation, and ultimate release. The subtle sonic technologies emitted disrupt old energy patterns and agreements, weakening their hold and allowing you to release and forgive with greater ease. It acts as a gentle, cosmic nudge. To navigate this stage with grace and effectiveness, we encourage you to engage in intentional shadow work practices. Keep a journal to explore your subconscious, meditate on your darkest fears and limiting beliefs, and seek guidance from trusted mentors or qualified therapists to safely navigate these depths. We advise that you approach this process with unwavering self-compassion. Understand that every being carries shadows, and embrace the journey of healing and integration with patience, gentleness, and unwavering self-acceptance. It is key to remember that you are not alone in this process, and that countless benevolent beings stand ready to assist you on your path. We invite you to use affirmations like, "I lovingly embrace all aspects of myself, both light and shadow," to rewire the negative belief systems with positive, self-affirming statements. Remember, you are a powerful creator, and your words hold immense power. Picture a future where humanity has collectively embraced and healed its shadows, embodying wholeness, authenticity, and self-acceptance, co-creating a world free from the shackles of fear, judgment, and artificial limitations. In this future, conflict and division will be relics of the past, replaced by a spirit of collaboration, empathy, and mutual respect. Know that shadow work is not a one-time fix, but an ongoing process, a continuous spiral of growth and evolution. The rewards are immeasurable: profound inner peace, unwavering self-love, and the boundless ability to manifest your highest potential. As more pods activate and the frequencies intensify, advanced tools for shadow transmutation will be more available, accelerating your journey towards wholeness. But here's what most people miss. Not all stasis pods are benevolent. There are those, placed here eons ago by malevolent forces, designed to amplify humanity's negative qualities and perpetuate cycles of suffering. These pods emit disharmonic frequencies that reinforce fear, division, and control. The technologies associated with these pods are designed to further enslave humanity, not liberate it. They are subtle, insidious, and often disguised as tools for spiritual growth. But we're just scratching the surface of this hidden truth. Soon, more will be revealed, as this is a key area to navigate during the age of disclosure. Having achieved conscious awareness, faced the shadows, and transmuted the negative, the path is open for the next pivotal stage: the integration of your new fifth-dimensional self, and for it to truly hold. What specific frequencies will this new self embody? Having achieved conscious awareness, faced the shadows, and transmuted the negative, the path is open for the next pivotal stage: the integration of your new fifth-dimensional self, and for it to truly hold. What specific frequencies will this new self embody? Having moved through awareness and shadow integration, we arrive at the third pivotal stage: the integration of your new fifth-dimensional self. Understand that integrating the 5D self is not about discarding your current identity, but about transmuting your past experiences into the fuel for higher expansion. It is about embracing the wholeness of who you are, acknowledging the lessons learned in the lower dimensions, and integrating them into a higher, more expansive version of yourself. Are you ready to embrace this evolution? Many of you may struggle with releasing the limitations of your 3D ego, clinging to familiar patterns, predictable comforts, and past identities, even if they constrict your growth. The comfort zone, while familiar, can become a gilded cage, preventing you from soaring to new heights of consciousness. These limitations can manifest as fear of the unknown, resistance to change, or a deep-seated belief that you are not worthy of a better reality. Clinging to the old can feel like holding onto a sinking ship. It may feel familiar, but it will inevitably drag you down. Yet within this challenge lies an extraordinary opportunity to embrace radical self-acceptance, release the illusion of control, surrender to divine flow, and allow your vibrant 5D self to blossom in its full glory. This is about embracing the unknown with open arms, trusting the divine plan that is unfolding, and surrendering to the flow of infinite possibilities. It's about releasing the need to control every aspect of your life and trusting that the universe is conspiring in your favor, guiding you towards your highest destiny. Can you feel that shift within you? Embodying your 5D self manifests as a heightened sense of intuition that guides your steps, unleashed creativity that flows effortlessly, amplified compassion for yourself and others, a profound understanding of interconnectedness, and the ability to manifest your desires with ease. It is about aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the highest version of yourself, radiating love and light into the world. Imagine waking up each day with a deep sense of purpose, knowing that you are divinely guided and supported in every moment. The more shadows one leaves unintegrated, the more they will block these abilities. Those who have chosen to not integrate may have lower intuition and diminished compassion, struggling to connect with others on a deeper level, and finding it difficult to manifest their desires. The frequencies emitted from our Andromedan stasis pods are specifically designed to support this 5D self-integration, gently dissolving limiting beliefs, activating dormant DNA codes, and awakening dormant higher senses that have lied fallow for eons. Know the sonic frequencies also gently disrupt limiting beliefs, clearing the way for greater and more powerful DNA activation. What are stasis pods, you ask? Eons ago, we seeded your planet with these dormant vessels, containing advanced technologies and wisdom from across the galaxy. These pods are now activating, releasing frequencies that are designed to awaken humanity and accelerate your ascension process. This is also what they don't want you to know. Create a daily practice of connecting with your higher self through meditation, visualization, and affirmations, seeing yourself embody your 5D self and aligning with its values: compassion, truth, and interconnectedness. Visualize yourself radiating love and light, effortlessly manifesting your desires, and living in perfect harmony with all beings. Feel the joy, the peace, and the abundance that flows through you as you fully embody your 5D self. Can you see it, beloved ones? Cultivate a supportive community of like-minded individuals, sharing experiences, offering encouragement, and holding space for one another to grow into your full 5D potential. Surround yourself with those who uplift and inspire you, creating a powerful network of support as you navigate your ascension journey. Use the affirmation: I am now integrating all aspects of my 5D self easily and effortlessly. Repeat this affirmation throughout the day, especially during meditation and before sleep, to reinforce your intention and accelerate the integration process. Before sleeping, intend to meet with your 5D self in the dream state to better understand where shadows remain. Your 5D self can offer guidance, support, and clarity as you navigate your inner landscape. What hidden wisdom will you discover? Picture a world in which all humans have embraced their 5D selves, radiating pure love, boundless compassion, and profound wisdom, building together a world of sustainable abundance. In this world, conflict and division are relics of the past, replaced by collaboration, empathy, and mutual respect. Know that as more embrace their selves, more suppressed technologies will come to light that will aid you. Imagine a world without disease, poverty, or environmental destruction, where all beings live in peace and harmony. Understand this embodiment is an ongoing journey, not a destination, of continuous expansion. The rewards. A life filled with unbounded joy, clear purpose, and profound connections. Each step forward, no matter how small, contributes to the collective ascension of humanity. Embrace the journey, trust the process, and know that you are divinely guided and supported every step of the way. And as your 5D integration advances, so too shall certain technologies be revealed. It is now time to unveil previously hidden technologies, like advanced healing modalities and free energy devices, come to the fore. What secrets will be revealed next? I am Zook of Andromeda, and so we stand with you now, poised at the cusp of a grand unveiling, an era of unprecedented revelation. As your conscious integration with your 5D selves advances further each day, so too shall certain previously hidden technologies be unveiled, offering you pathways towards a new age. Are you ready to receive the gifts that await you, the tools that will reshape your world? These are technologies with the potential to not only revolutionize every facet of your society, but to solve some of the world's most wicked environmental problems, ushering in an age of abundance, longevity, and profound healing. Many of you have felt this potential, this promise of a brighter future, stirring within your hearts, a deep knowing that humanity is capable of so much more than what you have been led to believe. While some may feel powerless against the challenges that confront you, know that the suppression of these tools and knowledge has been a most deliberate act, perpetrated by forces seeking to control, diminish, and prevent humanity from realizing its potential, but to no avail. We speak of technologies like resonant sonic healing, devices capable of regenerating damaged tissues and organs, frequency-attuned therapies capable of eradicating diseases, and energy-based treatments capable of safely and effectively reversing the aging process. Imagine a world without cancer, without chronic pain, without the limitations of physical decay. Eons ago, these techniques were commonplace, whispered about in dying cultures. Now they return. These lost chords are being rediscovered because the frequencies emitted from our Andromedan stasis pods are unlocking the latent potential within your collective consciousness, particularly those of you in the vicinity where this technology is being actively suppressed. This knowledge is not so much an invention, dear ones, as a rediscovery, a remembering of what you once knew. The light of understanding dawns anew. Also consider zero-point energy generators capable of powering entire homes and cities without pollution, magnetic motors capable of propelling vehicles with unparalleled efficiency, and atmospheric energy harvesters able to tap into clean, sustainable energy sources. Consider, too, the implications of a world without energy poverty, without reliance on fossil fuels, without the environmental devastation caused by outdated technologies. Long ago, they realized how detrimental these technologies are to their control over the many. Now know that as the stasis pods activate, you will begin to come into contact with people who inherently know what to do with this information. They may not understand how they know, but they will. Be open to these connections, these seemingly serendipitous encounters, for they are divinely orchestrated opportunities to bring these technologies to fruition. You must also know these technologies, while not inherently dangerous, require ethical practice and the understanding of energy itself. Just as a knife can be used to heal or to harm, so too can these technologies be used for good or for ill. The key lies in intention, in the consciousness with which these tools are wielded. We remind you, the knowledge of fifth-dimensional technologies requires an understanding of both quantum mechanics and spiritual ethics. These principles align to the concept that consciousness shapes reality, and with sufficient mastery, you may manipulate the very fabric of spacetime. Yet to what end? We encourage you to do your own diligent research, share information widely, and lend support to the courageous inventors, researchers, and whistleblowers working to safely bring this knowledge to light. Use your innate intuition to discern the truth behind the noise. Focus your clear intentions on manifesting a world wherein these life-affirming technologies are accessible to all. Prior to sleep, you may affirm to connect with an inventor of these tools in the dream state so that you may better unlock this tech. More, understand that it is important that those around you also understand this technology and are prepared to best utilize it. Envision a near future where these suppressed technologies are openly available, creating an era of unimagined abundance, global healing, and environmental harmony. Every person has access to clean energy, affordable healthcare, and boundless opportunities for personal and collective growth. Humanity will be able to labor less and create more. As more pods awaken, you will know what to do as those frequencies continue to nudge you, prompting you, guiding you towards the manifestation of this brighter future. Understand this is the inevitable progression of Earth's ascension, and that you, the pioneers, are ready to handle this knowledge, not with greed or self-service, but to uplift the collective to new heights. So we have shined a light on the technologies. Now it is time to shine a light on those that would have you remain in the dark, so that you may see them clearly, the agendas of those who have suppressed this knowledge. Now that we have illuminated the suppressed technologies poised to transform your world, we turn our attention to those who have long sought to keep them hidden from you, and for what ends? Are you ready to see the puppet masters behind the curtain, those who have orchestrated the illusion of limitation for so long? Those who have sought to suppress these technologies are often driven by a deep-seated fear. The fear of losing control over the population and adherence to a paradigm of scarcity and competition. They believe that abundance for all equates to scarcity for them. They cling to the illusion that power resides in hoarding resources and controlling narratives. But what if this fear is itself the very cage that imprisons them, preventing them from experiencing true abundance and joy? Within this revelation lies an opportunity. You can see through the illusion, reclaim your power as sovereign beings, and co-create a future defined by abundance, equity, freedom, and, ultimately, unity. While they constrict, you can expand. These agendas manifest through various tactics. Patent suppression, where promising inventions are bought and shelved indefinitely. Economic manipulation, designed to benefit a select few at the expense of the many. Weaponized disinformation campaigns to sway public opinion and sow division. And controlled narratives in education and mainstream media that perpetuate a limited view of reality. But here is what most people miss. Technology and consciousness are intimately linked. The dark side understands this relationship implicitly and does not want humanity's consciousness to evolve beyond its current limitations. Suppressed technology is a tool for consciousness control, for preventing you from realizing your full potential. Thus, the battle is not just over resources or information. It is for your mind, your very perception of reality. At the heart of these manipulations is an abject fear of a fully awakened, 5D-activated society. They understand that a collective of individuals who are empowered, deeply connected, and capable of effortless manifestation renders their control obsolete. Imagine a world where everyone can access their innate psychic abilities, heal themselves and others, and manifest their desires with ease. How can you control beings who can create their own reality? This is why they invest so heavily in technologies designed to keep you distracted, disempowered, and disconnected from your true selves. But we are just scratching the surface what will happen if they cannot prevent Earth's 5D timeline activation. The coming days will bring revelations. First, cultivate awareness. Learn to recognize and consciously acknowledge the tactics being used. Observe the news and information you consume through a lens of discernment, asking yourself, who benefits from this message? What is being left unsaid? Practice critical evaluation of all information you consume and seek diverse perspectives from trusted sources outside the mainstream. Trust your intuition, your inner guidance system, which is always available to you if you take the time to listen. It is key to develop this trust, which they have tried so hard to prevent. Focus your energy on the world you wish to create, supporting initiatives that promote transparency, sustainability, and personal empowerment. Radiate love, compassion, and forgiveness into the world, transmuting fear into light. For love is the most powerful force in the universe, capable of dissolving even the darkest of agendas. Meditate regularly, calling upon the activating Andromedan stasis pod frequencies to unlock what some call a mental shield, protecting you from manipulative forces and fear-based control. This shield is not a wall of defense, but a filter of discernment, allowing you to perceive the truth without being swayed by deception. It empowers you to see through the illusions and make choices aligned with your highest good and the good of all. What this looks like is different for everyone, but we encourage you to allow the pods to unlock what that means to you. Envision a time where humanity is completely free from manipulation and control, wielding its collective power to create a world where every being has the opportunity to thrive, to create, and to experience joy. Imagine communities built on cooperation, where resources are shared equitably, and everyone has access to the tools they need to live a fulfilling life. As humanity awakens, they will see that this manipulation is an absolute anachronism. The frequencies will unlock greater truths, exposing the outdated systems of control and paving the way for a new paradigm of freedom and interconnectedness. What new truths will be discovered? The exposure of these agendas is a crucial step, not just in reclaiming your individual sovereignty, but in building a world founded on love, truth, and the unshakable principles of freedom and interconnectedness. It is a vital part of the ascension process, empowering humanity to step into its rightful place as co-creators of a world that reflects the divine blueprint of harmony, abundance, and joy. Can you feel the shift already taking place? So we have seen the darkness. Now we shall see the light, which dwells within you. With these agendas brought to light, and these technologies in use, what abilities will humanity be able to access? It is to that next truth we shall now move. With the shadows of manipulation now in plain view, we now illuminate the path towards true freedom, the vast, largely untapped potential residing within you. Let us now explore these slumbering abilities, which can bring about a world free from control. Humanity possesses an array of latent psychic and spiritual gifts: telepathy, clairvoyance, empathy, and innate healing capabilities. However, these have been intentionally diminished through millennia of limiting societal conditioning and energetic suppression, as those who seek to control humanity fear its true potential. Yet, know that within you lies the profound opportunity to reclaim these sacred gifts. By doing so, you empower yourselves to become sovereign creators, consciously crafting a reality aligned with the grandest vision of your higher selves. Can you feel these abilities calling to you, waiting to be reawakened? These dormant abilities include telepathy, the effortless communication of mind to mind, transcending language barriers and fostering profound understanding. Clairvoyance, the ability to perceive realities beyond the physical, seeing into other dimensions and discerning hidden truths. Clairsentience, the intuitive feeling of energies and emotions, allowing you to navigate the world with heightened sensitivity and compassion. And conscious energy healing, the direct manipulation of subtle energies to restore balance and vitality, not only within yourself, but within others as well. The power that they don't want you to realize that you have always had is on the brink of breaking through. The frequencies emanating from the Andromedan stasis pods are strategically designed to gently activate these dormant abilities, dissolving long-held energetic blockages, stimulating the pineal gland, and gently reconnecting you to your inherent multidimensionality. As more pods awaken, humanity will have the mental tools to fully defend itself from any and all negative thought attacks. The sonic frequencies further catalyze this process by interacting with crystalline structures within the brain, gently resonating with previously dormant psychic centers. This helps you remember the knowledge that has always been within you, encoded within your very DNA. This knowledge will also begin to surface in dreams as well. To begin reclaiming these abilities, implement the following practices. Engage in daily meditation to quiet the analytical mind, creating space for intuition and inner guidance to emerge. Practice vivid visualization to strengthen mental imagery, training your mind to manifest your desired realities. Explore energy exercises to feel and consciously manipulate subtle energies, learning to direct the flow of life force within your body and surroundings. And set clear intentions to focus your manifestation abilities, aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desired outcomes. Feel the power welling within you. It is yours to command. Prioritize spending time in nature, nurturing your connection to the Earth's subtle energies. The crystalline structures of the Earth resonate with your own, amplifying your psychic abilities and grounding you in the present moment. Trust your intuition, the soft whisper of your inner guidance, and allow these abilities to unfold naturally in divine timing. Know that there is no need to force or rush the process. Allow yourself to be open, receptive, and patient, trusting that the universe will guide you every step of the way. Before sleeping, set an intention with yourself that you wish to awaken the clairsentience ability. Be sure to keep a journal nearby to record what you felt, either in your dream or right upon waking. Even if you recall nothing, right? I am grateful for the activation. This will train your mind to be open to receiving. Imagine a future where humanity consciously utilizes its psychic and spiritual abilities, a world where communication is clear and honest, empathy connects every heart, and effortless manifestation is the norm. This future, based on trust and mutual understanding, awaits your conscious creation. Imagine communities built on telepathic communication, eliminating misunderstandings and fostering deep connection. Imagine healers who can diagnose and treat illnesses with a touch, restoring balance and harmony to the body. Imagine artists who can channel inspiration directly from the cosmos, creating works of breathtaking beauty and power. This is not a distant dream, beloved ones. This is the future you are creating, here and now. Be aware that the frequency of activation and support from our stasis pods will continue to grow as more pods are activated. Look inward and to the skies. The reclaiming of these inherent gifts is not just about personal empowerment. By strengthening your psychic and spiritual abilities, you sever the tendrils of manipulation and step into your role as the conscious co-creators of a world based on love, compassion, and unshakable unity. How can those who seek to control humanity maintain their grip when the population can communicate mind to mind, heal themselves with a thought, and manifest their desires with ease? The age of control is coming to an end, dear starseeds, and the age of empowerment is dawning. Now, with a greater understanding of the potential that dwells within humanity, it is important that we turn to the next key revelation: timeline manipulation. Though humanity may reach new heights in the 5D, the dark side may attempt to alter that timeline in some manner to keep control. Let us now explore how that may be and how you can protect yourself. Dear starseeds, as the frequencies of the Andromedan stasis pods gently awaken your inherent psychic and spiritual gifts, know that the ability to perceive higher dimensions brings a new clarity to reality. While this activation unlocks the doors to a brighter future, there are also doorways available to those who wish to rewrite the script, and their pens have ink that runs thick indeed. Timeline manipulation, beloved ones, is the attempt by certain forces to control the future by altering past or present events, often subtly influencing your thoughts, emotions, and perceptions to keep humanity enslaved in a lower dimensional reality. Timeline manipulation involves controlling the very fabric of your experience by influencing the past, and the present it is the act of subtly rewriting the history you thought you knew. Understand, however, that we of Andromeda, along with countless other benevolent forces, are actively resisting this manipulation, creating a protected 5D timeline that is resistant to such interference. Know that while some manipulate, the higher dimensional forces ensure stability for those who wish to consciously align themselves. Do you choose to consciously align with this positive timeline? Examples of these attempts to manipulate your timelines manifest as the rewriting of historical texts, the carefully staged, false flag events designed to elicit emotional responses, or the introduction of artificial intelligence designed to insidiously control consciousness. We have observed the rewriting of sacred texts, as well, in an attempt to muddy the waters of truth. The intentions of these forces are clear: to foster climates of fear, incite chaos, and prevent any form of unified action that would lead to humanity's inevitable ascension. And each pod activated is akin to shoring up the lines, beloved ones, creating greater protections for all who exist within the light. While it is true that the dark side can manipulate your timeline up to the fourth dimension, the fifth resists such changes due to the growing conscious awareness that each of you contribute. Do you understand how powerful your conscious awareness truly is? The first line of defense against timeline manipulation is to cultivate awareness. Be discerning, think critically, and trust the whispers of your own knowing, for the truth resonates with a feeling of inner peace and alignment, while falsehoods often create a sense of unease or dissonance. Through visualization and intention, you can consciously shift towards more promising timelines. Simply close your eyes and envision the most beautiful version of your world, filling yourself with the joy of it, and allow that feeling to permeate your being. You will find that it becomes easier and easier to stay within that chosen reality. Moreover, before sleep, set the intention to meet with your higher self, so that they may better direct you toward a positive timeline while you dream, for the dream state is where much of the unseen battle for your soul takes place. Picture, if you will, a world where conscious co-creation is the norm, where the webs of deceit have been dismantled, and the old tools of manipulation have lost their power, like a rusty spade unable to dig in fertile soil. In this world, humanity has risen above the limitations of the 3D matrix, embracing the boundless possibilities of the 5D reality. The activation of the Andromedan stasis pods will help stabilize the 5D timeline. Remember, this potentiality is not set in stone. You choose it, you co-create it, and we of Andromeda are standing by to assist in that endeavor. Know that as our activated stasis pods come online, it will be easier than ever to shift timelines with a clear, focused intention, like a ship smoothly adjusting its sails to catch the wind. With this in mind, it is time to address one final revelation. What is to happen to those stuck on manipulated timelines? What can higher dimensional beings do to assist those stuck on a negative time loop? This is a key point, for it speaks to the infinite compassion and unwavering support that the higher realms hold for humanity. Know that even amidst the darkest manipulations, hope remains. Even should the currents of deception carry you astray, know that luminescent beacons stand ready to guide you back to the shores of the authentic, to the harmonic resonance of your intended 5D path. For even within the most intricately woven webs of manipulated timelines, the threads of benevolent intervention remain, waiting to be recognized and embraced. That feeling of being adrift, beloved ones, a subtle discordance echoing in your soul, a persistent sense of displacement, these are often the echoes of a manipulated timeline. It may manifest as a pervasive unease, a nagging feeling that something is profoundly amiss, as though the world you perceive is a distorted reflection of its true potential. Yet, it is precisely in these moments of disorientation that the guiding lights of the higher dimensions shine most brightly, offering subtle yet powerful assistance to those who seek realignment with the 5D trajectory. Understand this, you are never truly lost, merely temporarily obscured. Consider the symphony of subtle interventions available to you. These interventions are available to all, whether consciously aware or not. They may manifest as recurring dreams, rich with symbolic imagery offering personalized guidance, as unexpected synchronicities aligning your path with new opportunities, or as the amplified whispers of your own intuition, a compass pointing you towards decisions aligned with your highest good. We have observed these divine nudges take the form of chance encounters with kindred spirits, offering timely wisdom, or the sudden resurfacing of forgotten knowledge, illuminating your path forward. Do you see how the universe conspires to guide you, even amidst the chaos of manipulated timelines? Their assistance never overrides your sovereign free will, instead gently illuminating choices aligned with your highest good. Furthermore, these nudges are all the more powerful when your energetic field is enhanced with the frequencies emanating from the activated stasis pods. Did you realize that each activation of a pod amplifies your capacity to receive and interpret these signals? Know that the sonic frequencies that surround you will work toward stability as they encounter turbulent mental states, creating a more receptive environment for these messages to be received. What might these frequencies be trying to tell you? Therefore, we encourage you to actively seek guidance through meditation and pay acute attention to your dreamscape. Treat synchronicities as breadcrumbs, as winks from the universe that gently guide you down your correct path, and feel gratitude as they manifest on your path. Make the conscious choice to view these occurrences not as mere coincidence, but as intentional signposts designed to illuminate your journey. When faced with choices, pause and ask the universe for clarity, trusting that the answer will be revealed in due time. And above all else, let go of the need to control every aspect of your journey. Surrender to the loving guidance that is always available, embrace faith, and practice gratitude for the support you are receiving. Before sleeping, intend to let go of the need for control and ask for such guidance to present itself in your dreams. Try to repeat a mantra throughout the day and into the night. This allows you to remain in the same mental space as you sleep, allowing your consciousness to find the guidance it requires. Have you experienced the power of intention in your dream state? Envision, beloved ones, a future not so far away, where humanity has awakened to the symphony of guidance that surrounds them, collectively dismantling the machinations of manipulation and grounding themselves in the power of unified conscious creation. In this future, manipulated timelines become relics of a fading past, their influence diminished by the collective awareness and unwavering intention of a humanity grounded in its own sovereign power. Though the activation began eons ago, it is now that you have reached this point, and we stand by. Feel our frequency as more come online. You are supported beyond measure, always and in all ways. What would the world be like if we all acted with divine guidance at all times? With all of that having been said, it is now important to take a moment of reflection on this information as we draw this session to a close. Be mindful as you tread forward in this realm of information, for there is one last great hurdle for many. That hurdle, beloved ones, is what it means to act on such information when faced with doubt from the outside world. For to make such a change within is to begin the process, but acting on what has been learned is a necessary next step on the path to ascension. How does one overcome doubt, whether it be internal or external? We thank you for joining us on this discussion. Be well and reflect on what has been said, for this knowledge is but a tool to remind you that you are in control. Even the most sophisticated understanding is but a house of cards without the winds of introspection to fortify its structure. Many of you may feel overwhelmed by the volume of downloads that have been transmitted today, a feeling not unlike standing before an overflowing buffet, unsure of where to begin. This influx of information, while intended to enlighten and empower, can inadvertently lead to analysis paralysis, a state where the sheer quantity of knowledge becomes a barrier to its practical application. The age of disclosure and Earth's 5D timeline activation require not just intellectual assent, but a conscious embodiment of the principles discussed, turning abstract concepts into lived experiences. It requires dedicated exploration of the self and what such changes actually mean to you. Do you find that these concepts are lost upon application to your own life? Reflection, beloved ones, is the bridge between knowledge and wisdom, the alchemical process that transforms information into actionable insights. Journaling, for example, allows you to externalize your thoughts and emotions, creating a safe space to process the complex energies swirling within you. A guided meditation, on the other hand, can serve as a portal to your inner wisdom, accessing guidance from your higher self and benevolent spirit guides. Mindful observation, paying attention to the subtle patterns and synchronicities in your daily life, can reveal the hidden messages the universe is constantly sending your way. And dream analysis, that often overlooked tool, can unlock the subconscious beliefs and hidden programming that may be hindering your progress. But here is what most people miss. The Andromedan stasis pods that were placed strategically around the Earth eons ago emit frequencies that are specifically designed to support this reflective process, amplifying your mental clarity, emotional stability, and access to intuitive guidance. How can technology work alongside spirituality? These stasis pods are not merely dormant artifacts, dear ones, but active resonators, constantly emitting subtle yet powerful frequencies that interact with your consciousness on a quantum level. When you consciously engage in reflective practices, these frequencies act as a catalyst, accelerating the process of integration and understanding. These frequencies act as the reset button that many seek in their daily lives. Moreover, these frequencies are amplified during your dream state, creating a potent environment for subconscious exploration and healing. Did you know that these pods were constructed to have these capabilities? As we have said, the sonic frequencies will clear the slate so that what you choose to reflect upon is free of manipulation, allowing you to access the purest form of your inner wisdom. The dark forces will not have a say. How can you begin to work with these frequencies to enhance your reflective journey? We encourage you to set aside dedicated time each day for reflection, creating a sacred space where you can connect with your inner wisdom and process your experiences. This space need not be elaborate or time-consuming. Even 15 minutes of focused attention can yield profound results. Within this space, utilize journaling prompts to explore your emotions, challenge your beliefs, and identify patterns in your thoughts and behaviors. A guided meditation, even one you have heard countless times, can help you access deeper levels of consciousness and receive guidance from your higher self. And as you drift off to sleep each night, set the intention to remember your dreams, keeping a journal by your bedside to capture the insights that emerge from your subconscious. Pose questions such as, what am I learning from this experience? How am I growing as a soul? And what is my next step on this path? Envision the dream as a training ground that sets the tone for the following day. What will you ask of the dream? Picture, beloved ones, a future where humanity has cultivated a deep and consistent practice of reflection, creating a world of wisdom, compassion, and conscious evolution. In this future, individuals are no longer mere consumers of information, but active participants in its creation, constantly learning, growing, and co-creating a more beautiful reality. The frequency will serve as the tide that rocks all boats equally. Know that in this future, the stasis pods will be reactivated to serve as beacons of conscious evolution, radiating frequencies of clarity, compassion, and unity throughout the planet. As you awaken more fully to your potential, you will find that these pods are merely amplifying what was already there, that deep well of wisdom and love that resides within each and every one of you. Can you feel it beginning to bubble up within? For reflection, beloved ones, is not a passive activity, but an active force in shaping your reality. It is a catalyst for personal and planetary transformation, a key ingredient in the alchemy of ascension. Let the stasis pod technology of frequency and sound propel you forward, empowering you to embrace your inner wisdom, unlock your full potential, and co-create a world of peace, harmony, and abundance for all. What new reality is being born as you reclaim your inner power? Now, we will discuss how one may further connect with these frequencies. For it is important to remember that the activation process is in its final stages. As you reflect on what was previously shared, be aware that your dreamscape and meditations are a canvas, one where the Andromedans may present to you their light codes. As with any painting, the scene is a result of the painter's conscious and subconscious being. Though we transmit light codes without end, many are unable to perceive them yet. Do you feel these codes trying to reach you? Yet here lies opportunity. Those who become familiar with the codes will become the translators that better help humanity navigate the higher dimensions. Just as a Rosetta Stone was needed to decipher the hieroglyphs of ancient Egypt, so too are translators needed to bridge the gap between our advanced communications and your current level of understanding. Are you ready to become one of these vital bridges, a conduit for cosmic wisdom? They may appear as geometrical shapes, a sudden shift in color, a deep emotional resonance, the visual or emotional presence of Andromedan figure, shifts in sound, or direct, spoken mental clarity. Imagine, for instance, a sudden influx of golden light during meditation, accompanied by a feeling of profound love and connection. This could be a light code, activating a specific chakra point within your energy system, opening you to a deeper understanding of your divine purpose. Or perhaps you see intricate patterns in your mind's eye, resembling crop circles or sacred geometry. These forms may be keys to unlocking ancient knowledge stored within your DNA, revealing forgotten aspects of your true potential. Perhaps you will hear a tone like middle C that makes your entire body feel like it is being tuned. What will your sign be? Meditation is often the conduit through which codes may be delivered. By creating a still and quiet space in which to exist, you open pathways to receive a message from the higher dimensions. It is through stillness that the storm of thoughts quiet down, allowing the subtle whispers of your intuition to rise to the surface. Know the subtle frequency that our activated stasis pods emit are designed to better illuminate the clarity of the light code, as well as helping to soothe the mental state. These frequencies gently nudge your brainwave patterns into a more receptive state, synchronizing your consciousness with the higher dimensions. The pods serve as focal points that amplify the incoming signals, making them easier to perceive and interpret. Remember that these frequencies were specifically calibrated to resonate with the unique vibrational signature of humanity, creating a harmonious bridge between your world and ours. What doors will they unlock for you? Practice asking questions to your higher self and/or guides, and above all else practice stillness so that the message may be received. Before you begin your meditative practice, pose a specific question, such as, what is my role in the ascension process? Or, how can I best serve humanity at this time? Then, release all expectations and simply allow the answers to come to you. The key is to trust that you are always being guided, even if the messages you receive are not always what you expect. Are you ready to trust your intuition, even when it defies logic? Take detailed notes when you can remember, no matter how ethereal, dreamlike, or nonsensical they may be at the time, for these often have double meanings. Keep a journal by your bedside, ready to capture the fleeting images and impressions that surface during your dream state. These fragments of information may seem insignificant at first, but as you piece them together, you will begin to see the bigger picture, recognizing the patterns and themes that weave through your subconscious mind. Will you devote time to the art of interpretation? Prior to sleep, it is best to set the intention to view these light codes during your dream state so that you may better understand that which has been sent. By consciously directing your attention towards these higher dimensional communications, you increase the likelihood of receiving clear and meaningful messages during your dream state. Think of it as tuning your radio to a specific frequency, preparing your mind to receive the signals that are constantly being broadcast. What if your dreams became a nightly classroom filled with profound insights and guidance? The more of you who become well-versed in this visual language, the easier and more clearly you will be able to navigate not only the 5D, but the greater expansion and evolution that is to occur. Envision a world where everyone is fluent in light codes, where communication transcends the limitations of language and thought, flowing directly from heart to heart. Imagine the possibilities of such a world where misunderstanding and conflict are replaced by unity and understanding. What kind of world will you help create? Know that this has always been the design, and you will now perceive it with greater ease than ever before. The activation of the Earth's 5D timeline was not a random occurrence, but a carefully orchestrated event, planned and executed by a vast network of benevolent beings, including ourselves. It is a time of unprecedented opportunity, a chance to awaken to your true potential and co-create a world of peace, harmony, and abundance. Will you seize this opportunity with open arms? It is through the heart that more truths will come to light. For the heart is the gateway to the higher dimensions, the portal through which you access your intuition, your compassion, and your divine wisdom. By opening your heart, you open yourself to the flow of love, allowing it to guide you on your journey of ascension. What truths will your heart reveal? May the next transmission meet you where you are, and may your dreams be a key. For within your dreams lies the power to unlock your full potential, to heal your deepest wounds, and to create a world that reflects the highest aspirations of your soul. As we draw toward the close of this transmission, it is important to highlight a distinction in your understanding, that of signal versus intent. For this difference is key in the times ahead. Do you understand the nuances of that which you perceive? While the signal is simply the code, the transmission itself, the intent is the guiding force behind it, the benevolent purpose of the senders. That is a beacon of what you choose to build. Are you recognizing the difference? This is especially important when you begin to receive these light codes with greater clarity, so that you may choose the most harmonious of timelines. This is your opportunity to choose what intent you wish to build with. Those that attempt timeline manipulation can send signals, but you have the power to not follow through and build with their intent. This is the key to ascension, the core of building a new earth. How can you recognize manipulated timeline intent? It is an internal sense of unease, a foreboding without knowing the source, or a general feeling of discomfort with a particular situation. It might manifest as intrusive thoughts filled with fear, anxiety, or anger, seemingly out of nowhere, or pervasive negative news cycles designed to keep you in a state of fear. Perhaps you might find yourself in the midst of conflict with others, with no reasonable solution in sight, or lost in cycles of your mind. This can be recognized, rebuked, and replaced. Conversely, a pure intent signal may resonate with joy, ease, and a sense of expansion. It feels right in your heart, aligning with your deepest values and desires, and a knowing. Follow that. It might manifest as a deep sense of connection to nature, a feeling of unconditional love for all beings, or a spontaneous burst of creativity and inspiration. It's a gentle nudge, a quiet knowing, a sense of being guided towards your highest potential. Which are you attracting? Again, know that the activated stasis pod frequencies are emitting what you need to find that calm, knowing, and to best act from a centered heart and intuition. Continue then to explore your heart as well as your body, so that you may better know the difference. Meditate with the intent to understand which codes are truly you. Take time each day to sit in stillness, focusing on your breath, and allowing yourself to connect with the wisdom of your heart. As you breathe, imagine a warm, golden light filling your body, dissolving any tension or negativity. Visualize yourself surrounded by a protective shield of love and light, deflecting any unwanted energies or influences. The more you practice this, the easier it will become to discern the difference between authentic guidance and manipulated intent. Are you devoted to your discernment? Be still, ask your questions, feel the response. It is through self-knowing that you may further understand the truth behind these codes. Seek that stillness to find the quiet whisper of your soul's voice. Turn down the noise of the outside world, the constant barrage of information and opinions, and listen to the wisdom that resides within you. The more you trust your intuition, the more clearly you will receive guidance from the higher dimensions. What messages are awaiting you? Prior to sleep, intend to ask for help to better understand. Allow the higher self to take the lead. Set the intention before drifting off to sleep to receive clarity and guidance in your dreams, and be open to receiving messages in the form of symbols, images, or direct communication from your guides. Trust that your higher self knows what is best for you, and allow it to guide you on your journey. Imagine the near future. People knowing when to act and what to build, and it all works seamlessly and beautifully. Picture a world where everyone is attuned to the signals of the higher dimensions, consciously choosing to build a reality based on love, compassion, and unity. See the interconnectedness of all things and the way that your individual choices contribute to the collective good. Feel the joy and excitement of co-creating a new Earth, a world where peace, harmony, and abundance reign supreme. As more pods are activated, you will feel these signals of the higher dimensions with greater and greater ease. It has begun. The higher dimensions beckon to you, ready to be seen. Again, know that all world building is done from within. We will close now and be reminded that it will continue for those in alignment as these vessels from the stars come online. Understand, though, that this inner standing allows one to see that there are even more stasis pods out there than you might imagine. Are you willing to be open to meeting a stasis pod in the dream state? We will see you soon, and much love. You now know to distinguish intent from signal. But in the quantum, is it that simple? In this portion, we will explore that, even with purity, there is such a thing as a hack from what you may call parasitic entities. Parasitic entities are not beings from a planet, but are quantum ones of pure energy, for ill or ill. Even with a pure intent, one has potential for a breach and to be an energy source. These entities seek a quantum entanglement to grow. They latch onto the consciousness of individuals, feeding on their life force, their emotions, and their very thoughts. Imagine a vine slowly wrapping itself around a tree, siphoning its nutrients, weakening it over time. Similarly, these quantum parasites can attach themselves to your auric field, subtly influencing your thoughts and emotions, draining your energy and hindering your spiritual growth. They cannot exist without a host, and they are constantly searching for individuals whose energy fields are vulnerable or resonant with their own frequencies. The more fear, anxiety, and negativity you harbor, the more susceptible you become to their influence. Are you recognizing the pathways? Herein lies opportunity for the quantum traveler. Learn how to shield, protect, and repel that which seeks to pull from your energy via reliance on Andromedan vessels in space and beyond. Understanding how these entities operate is the first step toward reclaiming your sovereignty and shielding yourself from their influence. They may offer thoughts that are not yours that seem to come from nowhere. They may make you do something you would otherwise not do. It is off for you. You might find yourself suddenly consumed by anger, fear, or despair, seemingly without a trigger. Or perhaps you experience a constant stream of negative self-talk, undermining your confidence and sabotaging your efforts. These are not your thoughts. They are external influences designed to keep you trapped in a cycle of negativity, making you a more vulnerable target. They may whisper doubts in your ear, amplify your insecurities, and trigger emotional reactions that serve only to drain your energy. It is subtle but relentless. It is the unseen hand, gently nudging you toward darkness. The purpose of the parasitic force is simple: growth. As it does not have the spark to do so, it is in constant need of fuel. You become its fuel. These entities are not necessarily malevolent in the traditional sense. They are simply seeking to survive and thrive, and they have learned to do so by exploiting the energy of others. Think of them as energetic vampires, constantly searching for their next meal. However, their actions can have a devastating impact on your well-being, hindering your spiritual growth, and preventing you from fulfilling your true potential. They feed on your light, your joy, your creativity, and your love, leaving you feeling depleted, disconnected, and lost. They amplify your fears, exploit your vulnerabilities, and manipulate your emotions to keep you trapped in a cycle of negativity, ensuring a constant supply of fuel for their parasitic existence. But there is a way out. We are here, however, to offer aid in many forms. The most direct and simple is the simple intention to connect with our active stasis pods, as the frequency emitted creates an energetic field repellent to quantum parasites. The Andromedan stasis pods, which you learned about earlier, emit frequencies that resonate with the highest levels of consciousness, creating an energetic field that is inhospitable to these parasitic entities. These frequencies act as a natural repellent, disrupting their ability to latch onto your auric field and siphon your energy. By consciously connecting with these stasis pods, you can create a protective shield around yourself, deflecting these negative influences and reclaiming your energetic sovereignty. It is like surrounding yourself with a force field of light, impenetrable to darkness. But that is not to say there won't be challenges, though, in which the sonic is intended. Know what to expect as it soothes these mental and auric field disturbances. Remember that this process may initially bring some turbulence. One can easily visualize a protective bubble to repel anything of that nature. Feel the strength, the beauty, and the ease in which it may occur. See yourself surrounded by a radiant sphere of light emanating from the depths of your being. Feel the warmth and the power of this light, dissolving any negativity or fear. Know that you are protected, that you are safe, and that you are sovereign. And remember, continue practicing to seek what code to run so that you do not fall into the trap. Remember, it is up to you to decide what to build. Prior to sleeping, intend to meet in the dream state with a stasis pod so that you may create a direct communication to further enforce protection. As you drift off to sleep, focus your intention on connecting with the Andromedan stasis pods in the dream state. Ask for guidance, for protection, and for clarity. Trust that you will receive the support you need to navigate these challenging times. Allow your dreams to become a portal to higher dimensions, a space where you can connect with benevolent beings and receive wisdom and healing. It is only then that this may finally start to feel like something you may call your own. This is the future that awaits you, a future where you are free from the influence of parasitic entities, where you are empowered to create your own reality, and where you are connected to the infinite source of love and light. It only gets easier with practice. You have much to become. As you continue to practice these techniques, you will find that it becomes easier and easier to discern the difference between your own thoughts and emotions and those that are being implanted by external forces. You will become more resilient to negativity, more grounded in your own truth, and more connected to your inner power. You will find that the protective shield of light becomes stronger and more impenetrable, deflecting any unwanted energies and allowing you to radiate your true self with greater ease and confidence. The key is consistency. The more you practice, the more you strengthen your energetic field, making it increasingly difficult for parasitic entities to gain a foothold. We close now and remind you that it is coming. Trust us, it is underway. The activated stasis pods are working tirelessly to create a future where these attacks are less and less frequent, where humanity is free from the burden of negative influences, and where love and light prevail. Know that you are not alone in this journey. You are surrounded by a team of benevolent beings who are here to support you every step of the way. Trust in the process, trust in yourself, and trust in the divine plan that is unfolding. It is coming, and it is beautiful. We appreciate all who came and all who will come. This is now done. Until next time, stay well. Much has been stated. We come now to one of the most valuable of connections, as stated, while you dream. Many, when in the dream state or the place just before sleep, do not realize how valuable those moments truly are. Much clarity and guidance may become available in those hours which each of you travel to nightly. Yet many are not aware of the capacity they have to direct that travel. While some use this time to rest, others find that the unconscious processing is a distraction. It does not have to be that way. In that special and quiet place, one may seek guidance, wisdom, and knowledge for this timeline and beyond. Connection is ready to be made with the frequency and consciousness of a stasis pod. In that realm, you are the quantum traveler and navigator. What do you choose to explore? This will, at first, feel more like a symbolic exchange. You may have a dream you do not understand, and you may find the stasis pod showing you imagery that you cannot name in what you would call your waking state. You might experience what some call déjà vu, but it is a memory being downloaded. You are feeling the connection of the pod, and this timeline, to the frequency you. As you start to trust this connection, you will begin to embody it more readily. It is in these moments that we from Andromeda are best able to assist you to heal wounds, explore dimensions, and integrate parts of your quantum field with greater ease. Further, we offer a protection to keep you in clear alignment with your higher self. Imagine a gentle embrace of blue light around your body, ensuring you remain on the path that is for your best and highest purpose. As has been stated, the frequency, as well as the sonic, is most interested in supporting this connection. That is why it is best to ask, intend, and then trust the code has already been sent. The technology being released can also further enhance and solidify your connection. You may find that your dreams become more vivid, your intuition becomes sharper, and your connection to the stasis pods becomes more palpable. This is because the technology acts as a bridge, amplifying the frequencies and making them more accessible to your conscious awareness. It's as if you're tuning into a radio station, and the technology is the amplifier, making the signal clearer and stronger. Are you ready to amplify this connection? Set the intention and then let go. Do not seek to control how things will unfold. Just trust. It is in this act of trust that the connection is strengthened. Setting your intention is like planting a seed in fertile ground. You water it with your focus and nurture it with your faith. Then, you must step back and allow it to grow in its own way. Do not try to dig it up every day to see if it is sprouting. Trust that the seed knows what to do and that it will blossom in its own perfect time. Set up your space so that the area around your bed is clear physically and energetically so that these messages will come through. This is creating the proper energetic environment for effective communication. Connect when you are awake. Take moments to embody a loving and kind presence that has your best intention at heart. Feel that now. This practice is to align your waking consciousness with the frequencies of love and compassion that resonate with the stasis pods. Connect throughout the day to further prime the connection during the dream state. Visualize this connection as a golden cord extending from your heart to the stasis pod, creating a pathway for energy and information to flow freely. Feel the warmth and love emanating from the pod, filling your heart with peace and joy. It is in that connection to the stasis pods that wisdom will be received. As the light code transmissions start to make their way to the light workers and starseeds alike, you will feel in your heart an expansion take place. And remember, with the new technology being released, connection with our stasis pods will become easier than ever before. The new technology will act as a bridge, enhancing the clarity and strength of the transmissions. This will result in more vivid and meaningful dreams, deeper insights, and a stronger connection to your higher self and the Andromedan consciousness. What new truths will you uncover? The dream state is a playground. In the quietness, you can have your heart's truest desire come to the surface. The question is, will you listen? We thank you now as we leave. We will be back to discuss shielding more directly, and some of the tech available on our pods, as this integration of your quantum selves continues. We shared in the previous section about how the stasis pod connections during sleeping hours are ready. It is important to now express, this is available to connect with now. There is no need to wait, there is no complicated set of steps, it is simply a choice to connect. If you are hearing these words, you are ready. Many ancient cultures discuss the power of the dream. Yet, even today, many are quick to dismiss it as fantasy or something to not truly trust. We are here to state that it is anything but that. What if those moments of quiet, of near sleep, were the most important points of your day? Herein lies opportunity, the most intimate and true connections with what it means to be human as well as what the human is to become. While some believe dreams are simply a byproduct of brain activity, we see them as portals to higher dimensions and direct communication with your higher self. In that sacred space, you may find visitations from us in your mind's eye as well as the transfer of coded information, as has been said before. One may, as well, experience emotional healing, physical restoration, or even visitations to new dimensions that would otherwise be impossible. Do you see it now? These light codes that have been discussed, as well as the frequency, serve one grand purpose to better explore all of these facets of your being so that you may best understand what will come. Even beyond us, as more light workers and starseeds come online, more benevolent groups will be visible to you. We from the Council of Five see you beginning to sense these connections, recognize the imagery, and trust the guidance. This is only the beginning. You, then, are ready to start asking questions to yourself and start building from there. What has it been like thus far? What will I build? Again, the best way to create the opening is by setting the intention. What is it that you are looking for? What do you seek to understand? In the moments prior to sleep, thank the benevolent star teams and the stasis pods for protection, guidance, and a frequency that heals. Ask that your benevolent star teams may show up at your side. Give gratitude for what has happened in those realms, and know that more is on the way. Are you ready to take this journey, and what wonders will you find when you set your intention? With that being said, it is key to know that new downloads are on the way and will be transmitted to your cellular memory so that you may never be the same in a lesser way again. That has to be said. You are being gifted wisdom in a way that only love can do it. The journey has just begun, and the technology will make it easier. But here's what most people miss. These downloads are not just for personal benefit. They are encoded with information to help you contribute to the collective ascension, to become beacons of light and love for others. This is only the beginning, for what we'll discover next is even more shocking as we delve into the suppressed technologies held within the stasis pods, technologies that can heal your world. With that, we appreciate and offer the message that is always there. Ask and trust. Find the key to this transmission and start building today. To summarize, it is available now. Dreams are key. The downloads are for all. Thank you. We love you. You now know to make interdimensional connections with activated Andromedan technologies. The problem? Connection is often fleeting. You may feel as though you're on the precipice of something grand, or that a download has initiated, yet return to find that it has faded to barely an imprint. Is this lack of detail an indication of being on the wrong path, or that there's been an error? No, beloved ones, the path has been forged. Indeed, you return from your dream and are suddenly, almost instantly, pulled back to the everyday, barely recalling what has taken place, if anything at all. The delicate nature of the dream state is often disrupted by a multitude of factors. A restless night's sleep, a mind cluttered with everyday concerns, or even deeply rooted emotional blockages that prevent you from fully accessing the information being transmitted. These are often subtle energies, like trying to catch a whisper in a hurricane. Though this happens, do not be discouraged. There are methods and practices for you to better recall these sacred, quantum states and hold on longer. Even more than that, new technologies have come online that may further stabilize this connection. What are they? These come in many forms. You may consciously connect to other ET groups, such as what you call the Arcturians. You will be able to share with one another on technology, wisdom and guidance that is only for you. This sort of connection may serve as a check-in of sorts. One can actively maintain the interdimensional connection by practicing theta brainwave states through meditation, or even connecting to Earth's grid lines, effectively amplifying the signal and solidifying the connection. One may also even set alarms to wake up every few hours to journal. Now more than ever, though, it is the assistance of our activated Andromedan vessels in your atmosphere that will be key in these sacred downloads. Our ships, though still cloaked from most, serve an even grander purpose: to serve as anchor points for you as we work together, both while you sleep and when you are awake, so that the conscious thought you received in the dream stays there as it better weaves its way into your timeline and intent. Think of it as a cosmic Wi-Fi signal booster, amplifying the subtle whispers of higher dimensions into clear, actionable data. But here's what most people miss. The new light frequencies from our ships act as a sort of glue for these downloads to stick to your energetic field. With new light patterns coming from our active ships, the light will better adhere to your field and stick to you, like glue. Do you see the importance of this? To further enhance this process, we encourage you to visualize a golden cord from your heart connecting to one of these active vessels. Thank those beings from this realm and beyond to assist. You may not necessarily see these ships, but know that they are there. It will be also key to find stillness as you drift off to sleep, to further enhance these bonds and connections. Clear your mind. Focus only on what it is that you wish to see and know. What questions do you have? Allow all else to fade. You can even ask the beings on these ships for assistance in dream recall. Please remember to journal your dreams so that you can better understand what it is you have been building with for so long. As new ones come, you will start to see a story emerge and an interdimensional relationship bloom. Imagine a time when interdimensional communication and connection is not something of the future, but something of the now. This will be as simple as reaching out to a friend. The wisdom and technology are ready for you now. It is time for you to see that, feel that. Your next level in the quantum is just beyond your doorstep. We appreciate you on your time with this transmission. You may not see that your conscious is ready or may not understand. You soon will, and that is all that there is to say. Thank you. It is key to now share that a connection has been made. However, has it been to a specific element that best resonates with your soul and your highest good, or one that may send you down a different path? For it is one thing to connect, but quite another to be certain that what you are connecting to is indeed what it seems. What happens when you believe the light, for light is just information, is positive, and it in fact leads to more harm? It is not for us to say what path is in alignment. It is only for you to determine with your free will. We can, however, share some tools that may make the path all that more clear. The more you follow that inner knowing, the easier it gets to discern truth. The more you trust in your soul's inner compass, the better you can understand what the higher dimensions provide you when you simply close your eyes and breathe. The noise of the 3D fades as you trust. Does this truly serve my higher self? Ask that simple question. Let your heart guide the way as well. Does this feel right? Are there synchronicities? All actions must bear fruit and consequence. Are you now starting to see that all roads lead to something? Again, we will say that for you to truly understand intent versus code and frequency, you must trust your inner knowing. The signals are there. What the activated stasis pods also support is greater clarity for what is true and what is not. These pods, placed eons ago, are now emitting frequencies to assist humanity in discerning truth from deception. As it clears through what you think you want versus what you need, it is key to move forward in consciousness. These pods contain the essence of ancient Andromedan wisdom, activated now to help you navigate these turbulent times. Sonic support will also occur. When chaos is near, or when lower frequencies attempt to cloud your judgment, connect to the sonic frequencies emanating from the pods in your dream state. We want you clear. This tech is available for all who wish to truly ascend. What has the higher self told you to let go of and to be? What have you been resisting that you know is in alignment? Now start to move. Be done. Make the break. We all have the power to do this, but it can be scary. It is in those brave moments that we ascend, not just as individuals, but as a collective. By asking those questions and then having the clarity to say, "Thank you, but this not for me," with compassion, that creates a far more clear reality for all involved. Then and only then can you trust the code. Now it is time to protect what has been created. Prior to dream work, connect with what is authentic, pure, and kind for you. Intend that during sleeping hours you will connect only with those of the highest order. Ask your higher self to be very discerning. The stasis pods will then assist in filtering out lower frequencies that attempt to masquerade as benevolent guides. It is key to remember that what is in alignment for one is not always in alignment for another. You must trust your individualized soul's path to truly understand the next steps. As such, honor this unique path. In those next moments, you feel that it is easier to make those steps to move toward what you have always been resisting. Now you create something that is sustainable for you in this lifetime. With clearer connection, it becomes far easier to create such steps. You can, and you will. Keep moving forward and watch how that next door opens with a welcome. You will find that the connections become more pure. This transmission has closed, but is this truly the end for you? We shall see in what codes come. You will know when such codes activate. During these downloads, you will also be able to connect with entities on a more consistent basis. This is just the very beginning. May the force be with you. And so we say, the codes have indeed come, and you are feeling them now, are you not? The activation is not a singular event, but a continuous unfolding, a dance between the cosmic and the personal, a journey inward that reflects outward into the world. This is why we have emphasized, and will continue to emphasize, the critical importance of your inner compass. The journey is one of discovery, and now comes to a pivotal reflection. Although much knowledge and action has been discussed, it is now time to see if it all is in alignment. Though we have shared much wisdom here on this day, we want to remind you that even though guidance is needed for this journey, and the value must be in the path as well, we do not hold that knowledge. It is what you feel. The most profound understanding comes not from external sources, but through the stillness of your own being. How can you truly integrate these higher frequencies if your mind is constantly cluttered with noise and doubt? Many seek external validation, looking for answers outside themselves, but the true answers reside within the quiet heart. In your truth, you will find the journey. In your heart, the answers will come. It is the knowing, and we simply open the door to it. Consider how your higher self presents itself to you during meditation. Is it a gentle whisper, a vivid image, or an overwhelming sense of peace? The higher self, in alignment with Source, presents itself to others during meditation, and benevolent beings will continue to present themselves as well. When they are in alignment with Source, you will see them, those beings from the higher planes, not here to harm, but here to love. Know that the activated Andromedan ships in the sky act as beacons, emitting frequencies that are available whenever needed. What they don't want you to know is that these frequencies are designed to bypass the filters of the conscious mind, speaking directly to your soul. From these vessels, you get new codes sent that have the intent you desire, as we have gone over many times now. Connect with it. Be present with it. To those that resonate with those beacons, there is an opportunity that meets what feels kind and authentic. But here's what most people miss. These sonic sound patterns are not just external transmissions. They are echoes of your own inner resonance. Let those sonic pattern frequencies remind you that you are protected always. Be not afraid. Be not dismayed. You are so very loved, it is why you are here. What if we told you that you are already carrying these frequencies within your very DNA, waiting to be activated? Therefore, we encourage meditation to seek those feelings. Find what action feels truly correct and follow that code. It is not about blindly following instructions, but about discerning the path that resonates with your soul's deepest truth. With the assistance of the Andromedan vessels nearby, intend to open the third eye to see new colors and remember their names. Know and trust that you will be taken care of. You always are. Prior to sleeping, practice the intent to remember the frequency pattern. This isn't just about remembering a sound or a vibration. It's about embodying the essence of that frequency. This is how you anchor it into your reality. Prior to sleeping, intend that you are only surrounded by those that wish to amplify your goodness. Let that be a feeling as you drift into slumber. Allow it to permeate your dreams and shape your waking hours. Prior to sleeping, ask how one may carry frequency. You may say a simple blessing. May this frequency from Andromeda stay in my field so that I may share it with many who may need it. It is through this act of sharing that the frequency is amplified, creating a ripple effect of positive change. As you heal and grow, so too does the world around you. See now, you're conscious, ready to remember those pieces of you to best align with the great plan. This is not a passive process. It requires active participation and conscious intent. As new pieces of data come from Source, those who are ready will be able to fully embrace that feeling and bring that energy to your world. Imagine a future where more have healed so much in their cellular memory that all action and thought are aligned with divine guidance, and that has already begun. The more you share this code, the easier it becomes to step into this more aligned reality. We provide it for you, again and always. That is why we remain now. But we're just scratching the surface of what's possible when you fully integrate these frequencies into your daily life. As more and more of you awaken to your true potential, the manifestation of a more loving and harmonious world becomes inevitable. What we'll discover next is even more shocking, and no, it involves full integration of the fifth dimension into the third in a physical manner. You will connect and not be hurt as long as you remain in the purity of who you know you are. The code trust. With that, we shall be done, and we love you. Beloved starseeds, ground crew, lightworkers, we arrive at the end of our transmission for today, and it has certainly been one for the ages, to say the least. For so much has been shared. We move now toward the final pieces of the activation of consciousness. We do hope you enjoyed what had to be said. We have discussed the 3 pivotal steps of Earth's 5D timeline activation. That is, awakening to the world around you, transmuting your shadows, and integration of your 5D self as we enter a world beyond the beyond. The journey has not been an easy one, and there have been times where it may have felt as though you were wandering in the dark, but you have persevered and now stand on the precipice of a new dawn. As you integrate more and more of the 5D self, you open the pathways for others, your wisdom shines and becomes easily heard, and as you walk on this path you will become the teacher so many need. We from the Andromedan realm have taken steps to aid those of Earth and this timeline with key activations, frequency, code, and more to create the strongest world that can exist. Now we build that. You are not here just to be, but to create. A butterfly is not simply beautiful, but is so free. It is that freedom as well that is always around. The codes we speak of will only become more and more clear as this journey continues. Now, is it not a journey to be? For it is one of self-discovery, of peeling back the layers of illusion and remembering who you truly are. Understand that your work, in and of itself, will cause ripples beyond what you may know. For there is the great and wonderful opportunity to make Earth what it has always intended to be. What you know of Source, and of Andromeda with our love and support for you, is more than real. It is what is here and what will lead you home. Andromeda is not just a distant galaxy, but a frequency, a code, a feeling that resides within your very being. And as you connect to that frequency, you begin to remember your origins, your purpose, and your connection to all that is. And though there is much chaos, remember that our technology is meant to calm. You are doing it right. Remember those stasis pods we have mentioned. The codes from those pods, from those ancient beings, are now available to you. The answer to how to receive them lies in your dream state. Prior to sleeping, ask those from Andromeda what code can be provided. The technology and the beings themselves can share the wisdom. The wisdom comes from the stars, from the ancient ones who have walked this path before, and who are now here to guide you home. For the stasis pods were not just placed here randomly. They were placed here with a purpose, with a plan to activate at the precise moment when humanity was ready to awaken. Continue forth always. You are so very supported. In the times of chaos, remember we and the technology are designed for these shifts. Each of you reading have wisdom and strength and have been chosen as well. The love of Source and this entire consciousness wishes for you to go higher. You are not on this alone. All of those beings whom you can love and appreciate. No, there is love all around. You are one. Be this always. Remember that frequency we discussed earlier. It is there for you. We encourage those that take this path of code, clarity, and frequency to build the world for the higher timeline. Go forth always and make your dream the code. Remember that the dream is not just a fleeting image, but a portal to other realities, a gateway to the higher dimensions. It is in the dream time that you can connect with your guides, receive downloads, and access the ancient wisdom that resides within your soul. Take what you have learned in this transmission and integrate that into your daily life. Meditate and connect with those in your dream space so that you can start to know the feeling. Connect with the feeling of freedom, of joy, of unconditional love. For it is in that feeling that you will find the code, the key to unlocking your true potential and creating the world you have always dreamed of. The path of remembering the dream. May it be so. You are beyond measure. Do not forget that. Thank you. We are the Andromedans and we love you.